Welcome to episode 7 of my Facebook Live. Fatherhood starts not when the child is born, but it starts with when the wife gets pregnant. Anyone can be a father, but it takes something to be a dad. Pregnancy is started by two people together, but the journey becomes more enjoyable when they share the responsibility together thereafter. What we generally see and hear is pregnancy and childbirth is a mom's job. Do you agree with me? Yes, it is considered to be a mom's job, and it is true. In fact, it is considered true that pregnancy and childbirth is a mom's job. But this job can be made easier, happier, comfortable, and enjoyable by the dad. So dad's togetherness can make pregnancy a more memorable journey and will give mom a great experience. In this society, if you are an expecting mom, the father is left away. The father don't know their role and responsibility, and that's the reason why they are left aside. And his role is taken up by elders in the family or by mothers or mother-in-laws, because it is considered that a father knows very little about pregnancy and childbirth. But just imagine that if you know about your role and responsibility as a father, as a partner in pregnancy, you will enjoy every moment of pregnancy for yourself. So, with this concept, this is the reason and the purpose behind today's session, where I will share about the expecting father's role and responsibilities, and you learn what is your role and responsibility during pregnancy, childbirth, and after the baby is born. I'm Dr. Rekha Thakur, and I'm a practicing obstetrician and a gynecologist with 19 years of experience, and I'm on a mission to help 1 lakh expecting moms have a confident vaginal childbirth by education and by empowerment. And all expecting dads, today's session is for you. What will you learn today in this session is your role as a partner. You will learn about your role and responsibilities, how you can help mom during pregnancy. You will know about your role as a labor support person. How will you help the mom while she is in labor in the hospital, and how you will help her cope up with the labor pains. And thirdly, you will learn about your role as a confident father, where you will help the mom handle the newborn baby very effectively. So you have different roles to play in different phases of pregnancy and early parenthood. And you have to learn all this. And that is what you will learn in today's session. So dads, are you ready for today's session? Shall we begin? So we have 3 stages in in pregnancy and 9 months of journey. And we have another phase called childbirth, and then we have early parenthood, right? So we will cover in 3 different parts. So if you have any questions or any queries, do put it up in the comment box below, and I will answer your questions at the end of the session. So the first thing is we will learn about your role in pregnancy. First of all, before you know your role, you have to learn about the changes that takes place in the mom's body, physically, emotionally, and mentally, psychologically. What are the changes that takes place during pregnancy? So that if you know about the changes, you can help the mom better. So you can help her cope up with the challenges that will come in her way during pregnancy. So let us talk about the first trimester of pregnancy, which is the first 3 months. So first 3 months are very challenging for every expecting mother. She goes through a lot of hormonal imbalance, and there's a lot of hormonal shift, and the pregnancy hormone comes in, and her whole system is new. The challenges that she faces are a lot of mood swings, irritability, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, tiredness. There are multiple issues that she goes through in first trimester. That is first 3 months of pregnancy. So as a partner, as a expecting father, what is your role in this? How can you help the mom? There are a few points. Please take note of it if you want. And you can help her by taking care of her. Now accept her as she is. Accept her mood swings. Accept her irritability. Accept her anger, everything with just softness. Do not react to it. It is not her reaction. It is because of the exaggerated pregnancy hormones, which is taking a toll on her. So just relax and give her some time. All these reactions, all this irritability, and will settle down in 3 months. So it is important for you to just relax, accept her anger and mood swings, and give her some time to settle down. Do not react to her. Take care of her diet. Take care of the household works, because we understand with the fatigue and exertion, she will not be able to give her best. She'll be very fatigued and sleepy half the time. So you'll have to take charge of the household chores. You'll have to take care of her diet. You should take her out so that she feels better. And whatever the reason for her irritation or anxiety, please talk it out to her. Sit down and talk to her, and let her speak to you. Be a good listener so that she can share her anxieties and her problems with you. But do not react to those problems. Do not react to her anxiety or her queries. Just be a good listener and be calm. Get her anything that she wants to eat, never mind even if it is in the odd hours. Accompany her to the doctor. Express your care and love so that she understands that you stand with her all the time. So be a little caring, because she needs a lot of emotional support at this point of time. Even if you have a family members at home, ask them to be more supportive and more gentle with her. So she is going through a lot of emotional stress as well. So your role and responsibility is to be the best loving partner at this point of time. Just go by what she says, accept her the way she is, and just take easy for first 3 months, right? I hope you agree with this. If you have any questions, do write it down in the comment box, right? Now, coming to the second trimester, which starts from the 4th month, which is 13 weeks of pregnancy, and it goes till 28th week of pregnancy. So in this second trimester is quite settled for the mother. It's quite stable. All the mood swings are gone, and mother is in a good mood, and this is the honeymoon period for the couple, where they enjoy pregnancy, they enjoy every moment of pregnancy. So this is called the honeymoon time. This is the best time of pregnancy. So as a father, as an expecting father, your responsibility will be to give her more time, be available to her. That is what she is expecting from you. You should go out with her, take her out for shopping, take her out for movie, for dinner, and spend more time with her. Enjoy pregnancy, plan a vacation, and design the baby's room. Spend more time designing, planning, talking, sharing, and spend time planning about future. Spend time together deciding the names of the baby. So this 3 months is very, very happy go phase, when the mom does need your companionship. And that's the time when even you become more concerned about the mother. you also start connecting with the baby. So it's also another responsibility that you start talking to the baby, connecting with the baby, seeing the changes in the baby movements. When you see the baby movements, you get more concerned and you get more attracted to the baby and more affectionate. So you need to enjoy this pregnancy with the mother. Give her a good time. Plan a small vacation where you have a good time, and the whole pregnancy journey becomes a memorable one. The third part of the pregnancy, which is the third trimester. The third trimester is again a very crucial time for the dad and also for the expecting mom. And this is the time the mothers generally have a sleepless nights because of the fear of labor and childbirth. And the same applies to the father also. So even you will have a lot of stress, lots of anxiety. You'll be more concerned about the mother's health and well-being, the baby's well-being, and you'll have your own stress and apprehensions and anxieties. So you have a major role to play in this last 3 months, which is starting from 29th week till 40 weeks of pregnancy or till the baby is born. So last 3 months is very, very crucial, where you really need to take charge, and you'll have a major role to play in this phase. So what are your roles? Let us just look at what are your roles and responsibilities in this phase. Now, first of all, you have to accompany the mother to the doctor's visit. See that every time you accompany her, because these visits are close to the labor and childbirth, where important decisions are taken. Second one, attend the antenatal classes with the mother. In these antenatal classes, it's very important for you to attend. You will learn a lot about labor and childbirth, what are the stages, phases of labor, and how you can support the mother cope up with the pains, how you will be trained to be a best support person. So what you learn in the antenatal classes will really help you perform yourself better in the next phase of pregnancy, which is the childbirth. So attend the antenatal classes with her. Prepare yourself to be a support person. What you learn in the class, you come home and read and be prepared for it. And do your research, take note of it, make a birth plan, keep a record on the diary, what has to be done at what point of time. So whatever you learn in antenatal classes, then you come home and prepare yourself for labor and childbirth, for the day of labor, because you are the most important person, the important person on that day. You'll have to take charge of it. So thirdly, you need to also help mom with the household chores, because in the last few trimester it is difficult for her to do the household chores and cooking, so you need to help her out. You need to talk to her, spend some time planning for future. You spend some time with the mom, deciding how the life will change after the delivery of the baby, and how you expect you will do your responsibilities or what should be done. So you should sit and spend time with the mom, planning for the life together after the baby is born. Pamper the wife. Give her some foot massage and back massage. This is very important. So if in the third trimester, what we have discussed is attend the antenatal classes, prepare yourself for labor support person, to be a labor support person. The third one is accompany the mother to the doctors every visit. The fourth one is talk to her about future. And the fifth one was pamper her by giving some foot massage or back massage. Now, number 6, you should plan your finances. So finances for the future, and also you should plan about the expenses that will take place during childbirth, during hospital expenses, immediate hospital expenses, and your finances in future after the baby is born. Number 7, you can decide about your paternity leaves. Plan your paternity leaves. Inform your office. Shift your office responsibilities and your work to your subordinates. So you need to plan your paternity leaves. Take care of the household chores. Number 8. right? You should take care of the household chores, take care of the mother's diet and comfort levels, and pack the hospital bag. The most important, pack your hospital bag by yourself. And most of the time the moms do this packing of hospital bag. That's absolutely okay, but you should know what is kept where in the bag, what all items are there in the bag, so that in the labor day in the hospital you will be in charge of the bag, and anybody ask anything, it will be you to hand over those things to the concerned person. So you should know what is in the bag and what is not. And last but not the least, it is important for you to make a contact list for the labor and childbirth day, because this contact list will help you, when the mom goes in labor, you know whom to call. You will have the doctor's number, you will have hospital number, you'll have friends, families, everybody's number in place, and these numbers will be in consent and after discussion with the partner, with the mom, so that you are in the same page, whom to inform, whom not to inform, and who are the people who should visit hospital, should not visit hospital, whom to inform after 1 week. So you have all the contact list sorted, planned, and kept in a diary. So this is again very important. Prepare your hospital bag, prepare your contact list. You should carry you should have a list to carry when you start for the hospital. Like, you should not forget your charger, your laptop, your bag, your recharger, power bank, all those small things which we generally miss out on. You should have a list prepared for yourself. And that's it for third trimester. So third trimester is all about planning and organizing. So as a partner, you have to take charge and start planning, organizing, and taking note of it in the diary. We also call it planning, writing a birth plan. But yes, it is important to write everything down so that you do not miss on anything on the day of labor. Now coming to the fourth part of it, which is the childbirth, the phase of childbirth. So this phase is again very, very crucial and very important, where a lot is expected from the mom and lot is expected from the dad as well. So the mom is in labor, she is in the hospital, and the dad has to take charge of running around, making decisions, and taking care of everything around the laboring mother. And as the mother goes in labor, we understand that the partner, the expecting father, also had a lot of anxiety and stress, but he cannot panic. You cannot panic, you cannot run away, you have to face it confidently. So here the antenatal classes really come as a savior. If you have attended the classes, you have the preview of the life childbirth process, so you know exactly what is coming your way and what is your role and how will you handle it. But even if you have not attended, doesn't matter, but be very confident and go in a planned way. There are just two major roles that you need to play during the childbirth process. Number one, you have to be a very good support person for the mother, which means that you have to help the laboring mother cope up with the labor pains effectively. So to help the mom cope up with labor pains, there are different strategies which are given in the childbirth class. Different strategies are applied, like massage and pain relief options. So all those strategies are different in each stage and phase of labor. So you need to help the mom follow those strategies in different stages of labor, and you definitely will be able to help the mom cope up with the labor pains. You have to be with her, help her fight the pains, help her, support her as a support person, as a partner, as an expecting father. And this is something that's very precious to the mother, if you stand with her during labor, right? So it is very important for you to be a very good support person, helping her cope up with the pains very effectively. Now the second role for you is to become an informed decision maker, which means that other than the labor pains, there are many other instances where you will be asked to sign a consent form or you'll be asked for multiple questions and you have to say yes or no by hospitals, by doctors, by others, by family members. So you need to know about your answer. You need to know what needs to be done and how. Should you give consent? Should you not give consent? What are the alternatives? So you have to be prepared to be an informed decision maker during childbirth process. Besides that, besides these two important roles that you have to play on the day of labor, the other things are you should be as a support person standing in the labor room with the mother. That means a lot to the mother. Standing there with her in those critical moments, it means a lot. The fourth one is you should be in sync with the laboring mother so that you know what is her need and you can help her respond exactly how she expects you to do. So you should be able to understand the needs of the mother on that particular day. Right? So these are the important roles that a father has to perform during childbirth process. Now, for the mom, it is a great experience. It's really awesome to have dads take active participation during labor and be with her all the time. It increases the birth experience of the mother. And for the dad, it is really nice and amazing for the dad to stand there in the labor room and see how the child is born. And to see his own child being born come into the world. And you should enjoy this with a smile, right? And it also helps the dad to realize what the woman goes through during childbirth. It is very, very important. So dads, it is very important to learn about pregnancy. It is learn about childbirth and be an active participant with the mother as an equal partner during pregnancy and childbirth and in this journey, and enjoy the moments of pregnancy and childbirth. You make the pregnancy more enjoyable for both of you. And I hope this class, you have learned something valuable in this class and will definitely help you during childbirth. If you have any doubts, I hope you are writing down in the comment box below. I will answer these questions in the end. Now, besides this, we have the last phase of the session left, which means the father's role as a confident father after the baby is born. So after you bring the baby home, the life changes. You have to accept a new life now. You have a new baby in the family, at home. So you have to now change everything as per the baby's needs. So it's important for you to know what is your role in this phase of life. This is a new phase, a very memorable phase of life. So in this phase, as a confident dad, what is your role? You need to exactly know and perform accordingly. So take note of it. So number one, you will have, in the first few weeks, this I'm talking about immediate when you come back home. In the first few weeks, what should you do? So immediately when you come back home from the hospital, first thing you need to set a new daily routine for yourself, for the whole family. So you will have a new set of daily routine work. That's the number one. Set a new routine for yourself. Get used to sleepless nights. Do not really get irritable, but start getting used to sleepless nights. And there are ways how to handle this, but you should start getting used to. Number three, share the responsibility of the mother. So whatever the mother has a responsibility of taking care of the baby or the household, you should share the mother's responsibility equally, 50-50. And that is very important. You have to be a 50-50 father where you take all the responsibilities. You learn how to handle baby. You learn how to wrap the baby, how to hold, how to help with the feeds or how to give bath to the baby. So you have to really take charge and help the mother with the while handling the baby. That's number 3. Number 4 is you should also have a me time for yourself. Having a me time for yourself will allow you to relax, will allow you to get over all the pending work that's been pending and that becomes a source of irritation for you. So have a me time, and this me time is important for both the partners, for the father as well as for the mother. So you share the responsibilities such that in a day, 2 hours, it's your me time when the baby is taken care by the mom, and you get your time where you can relax, you can sleep, or you can go for gym, you can go to finish your house office work, sending mails and everything. So that me time is entirely yours, where you finish up all your pending work, you relax, you gym, and be fresh for the mom and the baby the whole day. And again, after 2 hours, the mother gets a me time when you take charge of the baby and the mother relaxes. So this way, sharing the responsibility this way, where you get me time and she gets a me time, will really sort out your anxiety and stress and fatigue. You will get a chance to catch up on your night's sleep. So it is very important for you to have a me time. So what else suggestions did I give you? Change your daily routine, set a new normal for yourself and the family, share the responsibilities, and the next will be, you should also, this is a phase where you have a lot of hormonal changes. The mother goes through a lot of hormonal changes. So you have to again talk to her, sit with her, share all her problems. Be a good listener. Do not react to her. Do not set a lot of expectations on her. Give her enough time to relax and settle down, enjoy her moments. So you should allow her to relax. Allow the mom to settle down, right? Wait patiently if you are considering sex after childbirth. So you have to wait patiently till the mom gets fit physically and emotionally, mentally, and she allows you for. So you'll have to wait patiently to resume sex after childbirth. Besides this, you'll have to talk about the anxiety and the fears. Now, there's a term called postpartum depression that is very common in moms. Some of the mothers need a lot of extra emotional support, extra physical support after childbirth, and that's when we call that she needs some extra emotional support because she is prone to go for depression. So what are the signs of depression after the child is born? So the signs of depressions are abnormal behaviors, screaming, shouting, unable to sleep. She has a fear that somebody will harm my baby. She's not eating well, she's not sleeping well, talking irrelevant talks. So all this, being irritable all the time. So a lot of anger, shouting, screaming. So all these things are signs of depression. So if you see any of these signs, you should be able to recognize that she is going in for depression, where you can talk to her, you can try and counsel her, you can try and sort out her problems, allow her to come out of depression. But if you are finding it difficult, take help of the doctor. Take help of a psychotherapist or your own gynecologist. Talk to any doctor about it, so that she needs medical help and it is taken care of at the right time. Now you have to know, not always the moms go in depression. It is also the fathers who go into postpartum depression. So do take care of yourself and see that you don't develop any of the signs of anger, irritability, and depression. So if you're finding yourself in such a position, please consult a doctor and take help. If medicines is required, take medicines, or if the counseling is enough, you can take counseling. Right? So in the postpartum phase, it is very, very important to take charge of the baby, be a responsible dad, where you take care of the baby as well as take care of the mother, take care of her diet, take her back for the visit to the doctor, and she needs some time. She needs approximately 6 weeks to recover from her childbirth experience and healing recovery phase. So where you need to be very patient, take care of the baby, help her with, you know, help her with her own physical challenges, and also take care of her diet. You should also have a support person. Arrange for a support person who can help you with the household chores during post childbirth phase. So these are your responsibilities. I hope I'm clear. And if you want to know any more, if you have any questions, I can help you out with the questions. If any one of you would like to join the antenatal classes, we do have antenatal classes, online classes, where you will learn a lot more about your responsibility and how to prepare yourself for labor and childbirth. And those classes are really, really helpful in preparing you as a support person. So that's all I have in my session. If you have any questions, I can take up the questions right now. Yeah, I can see a few questions here. How to deal with relationship challenges, what to expect from that to be. So how to deal with relationship challenges? These relationship challenges starts only when you do not care about each other, where you fail to understand what the mom is going through. You fail to understand the changes or the challenges that the mom is facing due to the pregnancy hormone. And if you fail to understand her challenges, there's definitely the argument starts or the conflict starts. So you need to understand there are two critical phases where you have to take a step back and be very calm with the mother. The first 3 trimester, when she's going through a hormonal shift and she's very critical, very emotional, very sensitive, and she is very gentle, where even a small thing will hurt her very badly. She is in a very difficult phase where she doesn't understand herself. She doesn't know why she's reacting the way she is. So you need to really be calm, give her some time, give her 3 months time, and she'll be absolutely fine post this hormonal phase. So to understand a relationship, to deal with relationship, there are times when as a dad, it's your responsibility to just be calm and take it easy. And that is the first 3 months of pregnancy. And again, post delivery, the postpartum phase, when again you are expected to do the same. Take a step behind, calm down, be relaxed, avoid any kind of argument, avoid any kind of shouting, screaming. Just let go things. Do share your problems with each other, talk it out, try to handle the problems, but do not, even if you can't sort out the issue, you cannot solve the problems, it's okay, but be a good listener. Be a good listener. As a dad, you'll have to be a good listener. Listen to everything that the mom has to say, but do not react. Do not react to anything. Just respond, be gentle, be calm, and I think you will be able to take care of your relationship in a healthy way. The second is how to be a supportive husband. I think this is one of the same, how to be a supportive husband. I just said you just need to be calm, be a good listener, do exactly what the mom expects you to be doing. Always stand with her at every point of time, for every action, every step in different stages of pregnancy. You are expected to have different roles and responsibilities, so you have to be there with her physically and emotionally, and just be with her. That's the best way how you can support her. So even if you don't understand anything, but just read, learn about pregnancy, and be with her all the time. I forgot to mention that in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy, it is very important for you to also read and learn about childbirth process, so that you are a part of labor discussion. So if you do not know about childbirth process or about labor and delivery, and you are unable to sit and discuss the labor options or childbirth options with her, or anything about that phase, it becomes very difficult for mom to handle that. She wants you at the time of childbirth. So she also expects you to know all about childbirth process, all about labor and delivery. So before the mom goes in labor, as a partner, you should learn and read and learn about the childbirth process and be in discussion with her. So that's a big support. And then standing with her in the labor room, being with her post delivery, sharing the responsibilities. This is all that you can do as a dad, as a confident dad and a partner, right? And I have another question here, that to be, sometimes it is difficult for me to identify my own feelings. How do I deal with it? Yes, I truly understand this. This is a very good question because at times you're finding it difficult to understand your partner's feelings and reactions. So at the same time, you don't know how to react. You don't know what are your feelings, how to handle those feelings. Yes, and that's where you need your friends. You can sit with them. You can sit with your friends who are already dads and who have gone through the phase, or you can go to a counselor or a doctor where you can express your challenges, you can express your feelings and try to understand what are you going through and how you can handle this difficult phase. But before you start taking help of friends and counselors, it is important to sit with your partner, the wife, your expecting mom, and discuss your concerns with her. Why are you getting such a feeling? What is the reason? What kind of feeling is it? What can be done to overcome it? So I'm very sure that if you express your feelings with your partner, she will give you some feedback on it. Why are you feeling so and what can be done for it? And then if you are comfortable and you know it, fine. If not, then you need to take help. Yes, it does happen many a times when you don't know why you're feeling so. What is it? What is it all about? That fear and anxiety, is it about fear of labor? It is about going to hospital? Is it about not knowing? The fear, anxiety, apprehension, it's not only the mom but even the dads face it equally. So I understand that as a father, even you go through a lot of stress and anxiety, a lot of concern about mother's health, about the baby's health. Everything should go fine. Why are you scared? So all those things you do go through, but I'll have just one answer to this. If you exactly know the whole process of pregnancy, labor, and childbirth, if you have a preview of it, if you know what is coming your way, you will not have such kind of fear, apprehensions, or feelings. You will be able to handle things better. Now that you know about what kind of emotional change a mother has, so you can handle it better without really finding yourself in a soup. So it is important for you to understand your feelings and know why you're feeling so. Sharing is the best solution to it, right? We have another query here. He refuses to be named. He asks, what are your thoughts and advice when it comes to sex in pregnancy and after delivery? I don't know how to put this, but it becomes really frustrating sometimes. Yes, this kind of question comes to us very often while in the clinic during consultation. Sex during pregnancy is very safe only after having discussed with your gynecologist or the obstetrician. There should be no pregnancy related complications. There should not be a high risk pregnancy, and when your doctor says yes, you can go ahead, you can have sex during pregnancy, where taking consent from the mother is again very important. Have sex only when the mother is comfortable and agrees for it. So you can't be harsh on her, you have to be very gentle with her, and with her consent you can go ahead, but only in the second trimester, not in the first trimester. We do not allow sex in the first 3 months of pregnancy. In the second trimester is safe. Third trimester, if you can manage, wonderful. So, but it has to be only when the mother is ready for it. Post delivery, for first 40 days, after normal childbirth, vaginal childbirth, we do not recommend intercourse because the body is in the recovery mode. There's the mother needs time to come back to a normal physical status. The vaginal walls needs time to recover, and after 6 weeks, which is after 40 days, then you can start having sex, but with the consent of the wife, only when the mother feels like, only when the mother is ready for it, and with the help of lubricant or gel or whatever. So you have to know what are things to consider before you start resume your sexual life after childbirth. So it has to be with the consent of the wife and be very gentle, and after 40 days. I hope I answered your question. We have another question. I want to gift something unusual to her. How about antenatal class from you? Is that possible? I think the best gift for expecting mom is the antenatal classes. The best gift is to gift yourself in a very different form. A well-prepared partner, a well-prepared father is something very precious for a mother. You know, where the dad is already prepared to share her responsibility, and to be a prepared father or a prepared partner in labor is amazing. So having a prepared support person in labor is a boon for every mother. It enhances her childbirth experience, her pregnancy experience, and even you enjoy every moment of pregnancy. So it is a very good idea to have antenatal classes. Both of you should attend the classes together, not only you. And let me know, fill up the form. We'll share a Google form with you, and fill up the form and give us your details. We'll enroll you in the next batch, which is starting very soon in the coming week, and we'll take you on board. It's a very good idea. Yes, thank you so much. So I think I've answered all questions. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, dads. And I hope you have a very happy pregnancy and a confident childbirth. Enjoy every moment of pregnancy. And if you want to know more, do reach out to me or on the WellStar group. We'll definitely help you with your queries. Thank you so very much. Thank you for your time and for attending my session. Bye.